For every action there's a consequence. And now you'll hear how it turned out to Shaniqua, a single mom of 3 from bedstuy, Brooklyn. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to help in the channel's growth. Shaniqua was a 32-year-old single mother living in Bedstuy, Brooklyn, navigating the complexities of raising 3 children, each from a different father. Her life was a whirlwind of chaos and struggle, marked by decisions that often left her feeling trapped in a cycle of poverty and poor choices. Shaniqua's oldest child, Malik, was 10 years old and had a father who was currently incarcerated. The middle child, Aaliyah, was 8, and her father was an unknown figure who had vanished before she was born. Finally, there was little Jaden, just 5 years old, whose father paid child support but was otherwise absent from their lives. The apartment Shaniqua shared with her children was small and cramped. It had peeling paint on the walls and worn-out furniture that had seen better days. The living room doubled as a play area for the kids, with toys strewn across the floor and crayons marking the walls in a chaotic display of creativity. Shaniqua often felt overwhelmed by the clutter. It served as a constant reminder of the responsibilities that weighed heavily on her shoulders. The noise of the city seeped through the thin walls, making it difficult for her to find peace or quiet. Despite the challenges of single motherhood, Shaniqua had a vibrant personality that drew people to her. She had a magnetic charm that made her the life of any party. However, this same charisma led her down a path of promiscuity as she sought validation and excitement outside of her responsibilities at home. Nights spent at parties became a form of escape from the daily grind of parenting, an opportunity to forget about bills piling up and the stress of raising 3 children alone. Shaniqua's relationship with each of the fathers varied greatly. Malik's father was serving time in prison for drug-related offenses and rarely communicated with Shaniqua or his son. He had been involved in Malik's life during his early years but quickly faded away after his incarceration. Aaliyah's father had disappeared completely. Shaniqua had no idea where he was or if he even knew about his daughter's existence. Little Jaden's father did pay child support but showed little interest in being involved in their lives, often making excuses not to visit or participate. With each passing day, Shaniqua found herself increasingly burdened by financial instability. She worked multiple jobs, sometimes cleaning houses or serving at local restaurants, but the income was never enough to cover all the bills. The stress of trying to provide for her children weighed heavily on her. She often found herself choosing between paying rent or buying groceries. There were nights when she would stare at the empty fridge and wonder how she would make it through another week. Shaniqua relied heavily on her mother, Medea, who lived nearby and helped care for the children when Shaniqua went out at night. Medea had always been supportive but was growing weary of taking on the responsibility of raising Shaniqua's children while she chased after fleeting moments of fun. "You need to focus on your kids," Medea would say with concern in her voice. "They need you here." But Shaniqua brushed off these concerns. She wanted to feel alive again after feeling trapped in a cycle of hardship. The nights out were filled with excitement and distraction from daily struggles. Shaniqua would dress up and head out to parties and clubs, leaving her children in Medea's care. The thrill of dancing and socializing with other adults provided an escape from her responsibilities as a mother. She enjoyed the attention from men who were drawn to her vibrant personality and beauty. However, these encounters were often superficial. As time passed, Shaniqua's choices began to catch up with her. The more she pursued nightlife and casual relationships, the more she neglected her children's emotional needs. Malik often asked where his mother had gone when she wasn't home to tuck him in at night. Aaliyah would cling to Medea, seeking comfort and reassurance that everything would be okay. Little Jaden didn't fully understand why his mother wasn't around as much as he needed her to be. One evening after returning home from a late-night party, Shaniqua found Malik sitting on the couch watching TV alone while Aaliyah played quietly with Jaden in their small bedroom. The sight tugged at her heart. Guilt washed over her as she realized how much time she had spent away from them chasing after fleeting moments of fun instead of being present for her children. "Hey guys! I'm back," she said cheerfully, trying to mask her guilt with enthusiasm as she walked into the living room. "Hi, Mom," Malik replied without looking up from the screen. "Did you have fun?" Aaliyah asked innocently. Yeah, it was great, Shaniqua replied, forcing a smile as she ruffled Aaliyah's hair. But inside, she felt hollow. The joy she once found in those nights out began to feel empty when compared to the love she had for her children. As weeks turned into months, Shaniqua continued down this path, attending parties and meeting new people while neglecting the emotional needs of her children. The financial strain weighed heavily on her. She relied on government assistance to make ends meet but often found herself struggling to provide for her children's basic needs. The tension between Shaniqua and Medea grew as time went on. There were arguments about parenting styles and responsibilities that left both women frustrated. Medea felt overwhelmed by the burden of raising 3 grandchildren while trying to maintain her own life, while Shaniqua felt judged for wanting some freedom. One day, after another late night out with friends, Shaniqua returned home to find Medea waiting for her in the living room with arms crossed and an expression of disappointment on her face. "Shaniqua, we need to talk," Medea said firmly. "What now?" Shaniqua replied defensively as she dropped onto the couch beside Malik. "I'm worried about you," Medea continued. "You're not here for your kids. They need you more than ever." "They're fine," Shaniqua shot back dismissively. "I work hard all week. I deserve some time for myself." "But at what cost?" Medea pressed on. "You're missing out on their lives. You're not being a mother." Shaniqua felt anger bubbling inside but also guilt creeping in. Deep down, she knew Medea was right but didn't want to admit it. "I'm doing my best," she snapped back before retreating into silence. The conversation left both women feeling frustrated, Medea worried about the future of her grandchildren while Shaniqua felt trapped between wanting freedom and fulfilling motherhood obligations. As months passed without any significant change in behavior, Shaniqua continued attending parties regularly. Her relationship with Malik began deteriorating further. He started acting out at school, getting into trouble for misbehavior. Teachers called home frequently expressing concern over his attitude. One afternoon, a teacher called Medea asking if they could meet regarding Malik's behavior. When they arrived at school, Shaniqua felt anxious sitting across from educators discussing issues affecting their son. "Malik has been disruptive lately," one teacher explained gently but firmly. "We believe it may be linked to changes at home." Shaniqua felt defensive yet ashamed hearing those words. She wanted desperately to argue against their assessment but deep down knew they were right. After leaving school that day, she sat silently in the car while Medea drove them home. The weight of reality pressed down heavily upon them both. As weeks turned into months again, the cycle continued unabated. Malik struggled academically while Aaliyah clung tightly onto Medea seeking comfort whenever possible. Little Jaden remained oblivious, playing innocently unaware of tensions surrounding him. Shaniqua tried reaching out occasionally, but every attempt seemed futile. Conversations felt strained whenever they happened, filled with awkward silences instead laughter shared previously. The loneliness began creeping back into Shaniqua's life again, a reminder that despite all efforts made, nothing seemed enough anymore. She longed for connection yet pushed everyone away simultaneously, caught up chasing temporary highs instead facing harsh realities awaiting them back home. In moments alone, she gazed longingly at photos taken during happier times, their smiles captured forever reminding her what truly mattered most. And so continued this story, a tale woven through choices made along paths chosen carelessly. Each decision leading further down roads paved with regret while leaving behind shadows lingering just out reach. Shaniqua remained trapped within this cycle, a woman navigating through life filled with consequences stemming directly from decisions made without thought. Her journey serves not only as cautionary tale but also reflection upon struggles faced daily by many single parents seeking balance amidst chaos surrounding them. No resolution awaited them ahead, only ongoing battles fought silently behind closed doors where love existed yet remained overshadowed by choices made long ago. As time marched forward, the weight upon Shaniqua's shoulders grew heavier still. Each passing year brought new challenges alongside familiar demons lurking just beyond reach. Yet amidst all darkness surrounding them, a flicker remained alive deep within, a glimmering hope that one day things might change, that perhaps redemption could come through understanding gained along this tumultuous journey. And so this narrative continues, a testament not only resilience but also reminder that even amidst chaos, love remains unyielding despite trials faced a long way forward. What are your takes on this story? Comment here and subscribe for more.